Hello and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be looking at Treasure Adventure Game. Now you guys have told me about this one quite a few times. I've had a bunch of suggestions to check it out and I decided today would be a good day to head back into my Tigit library, which is another thing I might cover in a future video. Tigit is an application that has about 300 freeware and demo indie games in it that I've found some amazing stuff in there, so that's the quick story anyway. So I highly recommended that you check out Tigit, and today let's have a look at a new experience, Treasure Adventure Game. So I've heard lots of good stuff about this. I'm going in completely blind. I set up the controls and I've looked at this main menu, that's it. I haven't even started a trial game or anything, so totally fresh. We're going to read about a legend from old times with islands of the world or continents and Pangea and all that good stuff. Created huge cities with science and magic. Alright, so we're going fantasy. Tells an evil demon who despised magic and those who used it. Okay, yeah, we have those. He descended from the heavens, attempted to eradicate every last ounce of magic on the earth, covering it in darkness and death. In the midst of the chaos, a young wizard's apprentice named, I don't know how to say that, believed he could make a stand against the raging demon. Through ingenuity and sheer will, he acquired 12 magically enchanted items, each of which gave him a better chance of overcoming the demon. The battle between the two forces finally ensued. It was legendary! Narrowly defeated the arcane creature, however, in one desperate dying move, the evil demon struck at the core of the earth, causing vicious earthquakes and tidal waves. When everything finally calmed, the world was no longer continent but many islands as it is today. On the chance the evil creature could return someday, the young wizard hid his 12 enchanted items around the world, hoping that, should the need arise, they could be used by a future savior. As far-fetched as may sound, this legend... Too late. Okay, I've missed my chance. I tried to read it as fast as I could, but I took too long at the beginning, and I've failed you. I'm so sorry. I think you get the gist of it, though. Oh, epic. We're gonna find the pick of destiny, my friends. And a Polaroid. Just like in The Binding of Isaac. We're gonna go on a seafaring trip with Stephen Orlando and his jolly crew. I feel like I should be singing karaoke to this song, but I'm not. I'm just speaking opportunistically in the points when the music lends to speaking as if it's lyrics. But I promise, I'm not singing, just speaking to you. Okay, I think I've had enough. Alright, looks very epic, looks very mysterious. This dude's got a very large arm. So does that other dude. That must be their avast arms, or maybe their crab claws. Who knows? I think I'm falling back into speaking as if I'm singing lyrics for you and YouTube. I really wish we could get to the game soon, because I'm embarrassing myself here. I was so tempted to actually break into song there, but I resisted. This is reminding me of Earthbound, which is very cool because Earthbound is something that should be emulated at every possible chance. Earthbound is an RPG that not enough people have played to this day, and not enough people ever will play, I think, perhaps. It's one of the few RPGs that I can say I have a strong attachment to, partially due to scratch and sniff stickers. And if you were the age that I was when that was a new game, then you probably might understand what I'm talking about. And word of warning, if you find scratch and sniff stickers in your attic after not using them or touching them and leaving them like in a musty kind of place with some like mold and stuff, don't try to scratch and sniff them anymore. It's dangerous to your health. I speak from experience, it's not a good idea. Alright, so someone named Bagus says, what do you say we turn back before the storm sends us to a watery grave? Well, I say we take a 3-hour tour. How much could the storm really impact us after all? He wants to build a museum. Make a sweet crossover with Animal Crossing. Get Tom Nook on this boat. And the mayor, oh man, he loves stuff. Collecting stuff and finding stuff and stuff in the museum. That owl, he's Hootie or something. He's awesome. He's very sleepy though. also true the legend speaks of a temple. The legend of the hidden temple with Olmec. And the silver snakes and the blue barracudas and the purple parrots and the orange iguanas. The legend says that the temple holds an ancient secret and the one who learns it will gain immense power. It always works that way, doesn't it? Already been able to map out its probable location. We're so close. That's all superstitious nonsense. That's what I say. I'm the skeptic here. These items don't have any magical power. There's no such thing as magic. What, are you kidding me? But if you're right, according to my best research, we are very close, if it even exists. So we don't know if it exists, but we think we're probably close to it. If it does, it would be very interesting to study. Let's have Dr. Jones take a look at it. Or perhaps the character from La Mulana / Spelunky. Because everything is becoming the same now for some reason. I don't understand. I've played enough indie games, I guess, that all of the indie games are becoming one. Which I guess could be worse, considering Spelunky's pretty awesome. That's one wet crow. This looks like the right place to me. Yeah, me too, clearly. The temple should stand somewhere on this island. Just think, Bagus. When your museum houses all 12 of the legendary artifacts, Bagus, it will be acclaimed by archaeologists and historians the world over. I think that comma might not need to be there. And who knows what treasures we'll find in this temple. We're so close. Bagus says, the only reason I've even entertained the notion that this place exists is in thanks to you and your son for all of your help in my quest. Sully. There are hardly any known references to the temple, but this does appear to be the right place. Everything I've read about it speaks of danger, curses, and evil, so I say we go. But you know I don't buy into that kind of nonsense, but I still think we need to be very cautious. I hate snakes. Gagwin, come on, son. Can't stay in the boat in this weather. No one should be in the boat in that weather. Why are they bringing a small child to an island full of cursed temples? Don't worry, I won't let anything bad happen to you. Famous last words. Remember, son, you were born for adventure. Battleborn? Oh. I can play now. Crow! Crow thinks he's got an easy way out. Well, he finds out he's cursed. In honor of the Huiyin. I don't know how to say that. Hawaiian? Hero, save your friend. Batman. Whoa, lightning. Hey kid, don't wander too far. Looks like the temple entrance is that way, though. Come on, Gagwin, it looks like your son is more excited about this adventure than you. Haha, burn. Alright, I'm not sure what the deal is here. I think we're doing a long setup where these guys are going to die, and I'm going to be the lone adventurer left to carry on the quest. That's just my guess, though, having played several thousand games in my life. Gagwin says, this has got to be the entrance to the temple. You can pick that lock, old man. So this is all that's stopping people from finding this hidden temple, is a lock? I mean, they came from this boat, like, 20 feet inland, and they found the thing right away. Alright, well, this is curious. I kind of want to keep exploring the island, can I? Okay. Sure, Dad, let's go die in the dark. So that's what we do. So this is a very ambitious adventure from what I've heard. Took a very long time to develop, I think several years for the developer. Grandma Ether, do you remember what... Oh yeah, I'm totally right. Come outside, I have something for you. It's your dead father's grave, I'm guessing. What is that mysterious kanji on that picture there? Is that even kanji, or is that just made up stuff? I don't speak Japanese, or Chinese, or Korean, or any variants of the Asian languages. As much as I probably should, given how much time I've spent watching anime and playing video games, I should probably have a little bit more insight into it. I know Nanda. Okay, this is very cool. This is reminding me of Fez a little bit. Although, mostly in art style, Grandma Ether. I'm gonna call her Grandma Ether, because she makes me hallucinate. It was 10 years ago to this day that I found you on my doorstep. You were bruised and hurt, but I was able to nurse you back to health. Having you around these last 10 years have made me a happy old woman, and now I plan on dying, because that's what everyone does in video games. But I've always known that your destiny would catch up with you. You were born for adventure. Battleborn? I should probably not make the same joke twice in one episode. And now that you have come of age, it's time for you to discover your true calling. Women? No. I don't know what your true calling is. That's why I brought you this old boat, so you can figure that out for yourself, because apparently taking to the ocean will teach us everything we need to know about living. I know it isn't much, but it's reliable. It's very reliable looking, I mean, clearly. I think. That's what I was told anyway, sure. So, you're gonna send me out into the ocean in this somewhat maybe reliable boat to go find what I need to do with my life in a place where I don't know where I am, with no knowledge of the ocean. A few small touches, I bet it will take you to the ends of the earth. That's where I want to go. I want to go to the ends of the earth. Try it out. Well, I didn't do that, because I would have actually gone in the opposite direction, because I am not that type of guy. I guess you can't be called a sailor without a sail, or the ability to know how to sail is probably important too, or a compass, or the ability to navigate. Before you go too far, please stop by the house and see me one last time. I have something else I want to give you. Man, this is a rough day. I just woke up and now I'm finding out that she's essentially exiling me to the sea in what looks like a wicker boat or Raiden's upturned hat. Oh, the boat goes into my face. Got it. Welcome to Carail Island. What is this? A whirlpool in the air? Oh. I can create magic or something. I'm also getting little shots of, like, Terraria for a moment or two every now and then. That is a nice lamppost for an old lady to build on an island alone. Oh no, she's not alone. She's got this red-headed companion. Adrienne, good morning. Eric was up early and he was looking for you, but I'm not sure where he got off to. Unlike his lazy father and twin brother, he actually enjoys the outdoors. Lazy ass doesn't enjoy the outdoors. Okay, so there's actually a whole bunch of dudes on this island. I don't really feel like talking to them yet, though. We're gonna see how far we get through this adventure, considering, as I said, it's probably quite ambitious, and I think we're already pushing a few minutes into this video here. We haven't hardly even started yet. The way to Angel Oak Island. Is Professor Oak there? Seagull! Come back. I want to feed you bread. It's in this direction. Ah, piranhas! Something. I'm assuming they're piranhas because they're green, which means they're evil. Green things are always evil. Whoa, it's a whole island that is built for me. Hey, it's that island. Alright, I'm going in the temple. Screw this. What is that? Megacorp? Oh, it's the museum. So maybe things aren't quite as bleak as I expected them to be. But they built the museum directly on top of the temple. I don't like that. Nimue Island. I just bounced off the water before my Raiden hat appeared. I'm also getting a little bit of like a Zelda Windwaker feeling, obviously. I mean, I probably don't need to explain that reference. Pinon Island. Pin on what? My lapel? I'm in a weird mood today, hopefully you guys can tell that from my narrations. They're not usually this jovial or strange or going in random directions like this. I usually try to keep things pretty much about the game, but I don't know, I just feel like being a little different today. I don't like all these green fish. I'm hoping to get to something cool over here. Oh, that is not cool at all. That's the opposite of cool. We've got a Hexus situation going on here. We need to clear up. Angel Oak Island. That is not what angels should be living in. Pestilence and evil. Rat? Can I ride you, rat? You're very tall. Mailbox. Mailbox in a mountain. What do we do with you? Nothing. Alright, so there's clearly a lot of stuff going on here that I am not privy to because I am taking the slow road. Ow! Oh, we've got a whole rat NPC situation here. I can't speak to them, though. Can't hurt them. Maybe I can take their blue ball here. What do you have for me, rat? Progress save, that's the save point. Okay. Is this a door? Yes. Ah, it's the bees from Spelunky on the Xbox 360. I don't want any part of that. What's in here? Whoa, those are not good either. Oh, that thing scares me. It follows me. Oh, I can't even hurt it. Alright, so we've got a clear outlook here that this is a very ambitious sort of Metroidvania exploration adventure game. I mean, hence the title. I did think the title was a bit generic, treasure adventure game, but you know, there was a game called Combat once, and there was a game called Adventure once. And I didn't have a problem with that, so you know, there's no problem with calling things whatever you want. I just needed to, you know, open my mind a little bit and not be so judgmental about a title, because who cares? It's a title. The content is what we should be judging here. My compass disappeared 3 days ago, and I've been lost ever since. It was probably my imagination, but I swear I saw a huge spider carry it away. I doubt it was your imagination, man. Do you realize we are in a video game right now? And in video games, crazy stuff like spiders, all over the place. What did I just pick up? Was that one of the 12 ancient amazing artifacts? I doubt it, because that seems kind of easy. I just got something else. I got a coin, 2 coins. What can I do with coins? What can I do with these? Funky music, by the way. So instead of exploring, you know, the way that the game intends me to, I'm just going crazy. Oh, that's the end. That's where the open ocean, I guess, begins. So yeah, I'm just going wherever I feel like it because I just want to see what happens and get a feel for what this game is about in the loosest possible sense, without spoiling too much for you guys, because this seems like definitely the type of thing that you might want to check out. Looks like we've got an actual day-night cycle going, which is always great news. I always like those. I would really like to harvest this mushroom and use it for a magical brew, but I guess we can't go there. Watch out for that nasty sludge and save again. Very interested in this mailbox. I think maybe a bird lives there, I don't know. I want to know what's up with these rats everywhere, what they're doing, what their story is about. But maybe later in Treasure Adventure Game we can find those things out. For now, it seems we are destined to talk to NPCs. Ow! Fishy. I knew they were evil because they were green. See, if this was Fez, I would go through a doorway and I would be transported to that distant island. And I would then immediately get incredibly lost because Fez is amazing, but the map is very confusing. I think anyone who's played it will vouch for that. Nothing wrong with it. I have no ill will toward Fez at all. I actually finished the game, loved it. I'm still looking for all the dark cubes. And I haven't found them all, but I just find that map to be very, very confusing. In fact, if I had a PVR by now, I would have absolutely covered Fez as a Indie Impressions episode, because it's an amazing game. I don't want to get too off on a tangent about Fez, but I do think that it deserves its time in the spotlight one way or the other. Why am I stopping in front of the fish? And thankfully enough people have responded to Fez's brilliance that it's not a thing that it's like, oh, I can do ledge grabs in this, like Spelunky, awesome. I don't feel too guilty about not being able to cover Fez is what I'm trying to say, because a lot of people have. And it's not like the game wasn't successful, it did very well. So I guess I have to continue on championing for the people who cannot find adequate representation in the game's media, who are incredibly biased towards picking one or two finicky things and talking about them non-stop instead of looking at the bigger picture. Not that I can say I'm necessarily a part of the gaming media, but, you know, maybe in a very small part of it. So there's no fall damage, that's good. And it seems that this thing I'm hitting with is like some sort of a hook, so that's what I'm grabbing edges with. So Grandma Ether is going to give me another huff of that knowledge and say, all those years ago when I first found you barely alive on my doorstep. Okay, so maybe the story did end the way I expected. You had this map wrapped around you like a blanket. Oh, that's symbolic as hell. Since you don't remember anything that happened to you before that day, that is a typical gaming trope if I ever saw one. This map is the only clue to where you came from. Perhaps I am Wolverine or something. You should take it to Grandpa Rondo. He was once a sailor, you know. He's made himself scarce lately, but I happen to know that he's camping. Well, I just saw him. Oh, man. I hate when that stuff happens. That is completely my own fault, though. Can I go in the chimney like a pipe? I can! I was completely joking, and it worked out. Who's that? Are you sleeping in my bed, lady? Who are you? Oh, it's her? Was I not supposed to do that? It's an awkward way to sleep. Just crouch awkwardly on your cot, or hammock, whatever you want to call that thing. Did I just fall down into a fire, actually? Because that's kind of awkward, too. It sounds like it would be really uncomfortable to have to sleep on, like, a piece of cloth suspended between two wood posts. Because just thinking about it, like, the weight of your body creates the tension on it, which is going to pull it pretty taut, and you're going to not really have the ability to move around much. I mean, I kind of toss and turn a lot when I sleep, so maybe it's just me, but it seems really uncomfortable. I don't think I would want to do that. But then again, if I'm living on an island in a survivalistic manner, I think sleeping on a piece of outstretched cloth is going to be the least of my worries. Can I go in here? Can I climb this? I have a lot of questions and not a lot of answers, but, you know, that's what games are about, figuring out stuff, answering your questions. You take 1 damage, you take 1 damage, okay. Alright, this is the Great Deku Tree. Is that an owl? Or a bat? It looked like sort of a hybrid. I don't like killing owls, I have a thing about that. I'm gonna say it's probably definitely a bat, not an owl. So if I remember how the Great Deku Tree worked, I need to go get the torch and then burn the spiderweb toward the bottom. And then I should be able to get to the basement. Oh. Okay, what are you doing here, Grandpa? That is not where I expected you to be. Map? Okay, so I guess the guy on the far right was actually some kind of forest ranger, and this guy is actually who I was supposed to find, so going over there wasn't as big of a mistake as I thought. Something about this is also reminding me of Zelda 2 a little bit. I don't know if that's a good thing. I wasn't a huge fan of Zelda 2, but I do sort of like the minuscule references, even if they're entirely imagined by myself. I'm not sure if you're going to find anything worthwhile, but you should check out the island. Yeah, I know. I do explore in games. That's what I do. Good luck, kid. Wow, that was interesting, since nobody's talked to you in a very long time that's all you had to say to me. Can I just jump off? Please don't kill me. Okay. What are you doing, Billy? Oh, that's Eric, I'm sorry. Billy doesn't live here anymore. I want to explore this cave, but there are dangerous animals in there. Well, you need a hook hand like me. Yeah, that's right. That's how they knew I was destined to be a pirate. They took one look at my hook hand, and they were like, alright, this guy knows what's up. Let's give him a boat. I guess it all makes sense now. So, Studio 15 here, which is represented by the number 6, is going to record a TV show, apparently. Can I help you find something? Yes, I would like a cape, I would like a box of bombs, I would like a freeze gun or a shotgun, and I would like to murder the shopkeeper and then be cursed for the rest of eternity. No, I'd prefer not to, actually. I actually find murdering the shopkeeper to be a sort of a short-sighted endeavor. Most of the time it ends up putting you in a position where you will die far, far sooner than you should have. Eye plant. It gets you. Get it before it gets you. Okay. I like my own version of it. Just, it gets you. So we have some sort of a, like, conservationism subtext going on, maybe. I don't know. I mean, the beauty of nature being preserved and then being destroyed, I mean, that's always a frequent theme in games, and especially in indie games. But I enjoy it. I think it's a good theme to go after, especially since it sort of follows suit with a lot of the mindset of people who are into alternative things. Alright, let's go in the outhouse here. Oh, the outhouse is a front. No, maybe it's not actually. Those are just the sewers. Alright, so am I supposed to... I think I'm supposed to set sail at this point. I've got a map, maybe? Yeah, because I do have this whole deal here with the inventory. I can select that. Doesn't really do me much good, though. Ooh, spooky island back there. I want to go visit that. And we've got a shipbuilder's area. Kind of dock with some rigging. Yeah, I can see this game is going to take a long time to progress through. And I think I might be up for actually doing that, because it looks very cool and very ambitious and very, I don't know, just interesting. Wish my guy walked around a little faster, but who knows, maybe there's a power-up for that at some point. Alright, bee, your time has come. Wow, I can sort of hover when I whack that bee. I'm wondering if this has spelunky level spikes. No, it doesn't. Where I could walk in front of them and not take damage. Alright, we've got a blue spider. These are always trouble as far as I know. No, okay, no more trouble than the red spider, the brown spider, or the green spider as far as I know as well. How about this mushroom? Can I bounce off of this like in Eternal Daughter? No. I am sad. What do you have to say? Welcome to Samora Island. Samora what? Har har. Oh, it's the open ocean again. We've reached the other end. I can tell, however, though, that the progression element is not limited by horizontal movement. I'm sure there's going to be quite a wealth of stuff to explore in other directions than just the usual left and right. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to get around over here because I seem to lack whatever I need to make some of these jumps. So, yeah, what am I supposed to do with that? Don't really have much to say about that, I suppose. This is all sort of what it is. Maybe this isn't a dead end and I just missed the jump several times? Yeah, that's what it was. Alright, so I'm supposed to go up and fight all these spiders. I am not a fan of you spiders, especially when you have spikes over you. Don't mess with me. Got your number. Alright. Guy tends to slide a little bit, sort of reminding me of Mario 3, so we'll go for yet another Nintendo reference here. Why not? A little awkward when you're trying to stop short, but, you know, it's kind of something we get used to. Got that sort of like everything's got a little ice under it feeling. Can I take this ship instead? Because mine is kind of crap. Well, I don't know. I'm definitely enjoying this game. I hope you guys check it out as well. Definitely looks like a long-term experience instead of a short-term one, which is something a little bit other than what we tend to look at on this show most of the time. A lot of these games I end up beating them on camera by accident without even meaning to. I can tell this is not one of those games. So we're getting into before Cataclysm dating and all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of story. There's a lot of NPCs, a lot of exploration, exposition, treasure finding, and all kinds of goodies to look forward to in the treasure adventure game. And I would say that this will pretty much wrap us up. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to head on over to facebook.com/indieimpressions. Oh, look at the nice sun and the moon there. Where I post every single night's episode, and you can feel free to comment on them, share them with friends. If you know a friend that's been looking for a really nice indie adventure game to check out, I would say this might fit the bill since it is free. Also remember, check out Tigit, a very cool application that will grant you access to hundreds of free indie games. Many of them are very cool, and many of them you've probably heard of before, but lots you probably haven't. And that's part of my thing, is to try and show you a lot of those games, but you know, there's always more than I can cover at any given moment. I mean, somebody suggested to me that at one point I may run out of indie games, and I said, that's just ridiculous, there's no chance. Every single day there's like 20 new games that I haven't had the chance to look at yet, and I still have a list with I don't know, like 80 more games I have to get to that I've told people I'm going to look at some point. I'm going to take them as I can. I'm trying my best here to work through the list, and if you're a developer who I have said that I will play your game, please don't be upset. I will get to your game eventually. I'm trying to keep myself sane by playing occasional games that look really exciting and other games that maybe don't. And if yours hasn't fit in there, please don't take it as a cue that I think your game doesn't look exciting. It's just that maybe I had to prioritize something else over it for a moment. Or maybe it's a longer-term game that I needed some more prep time for, or maybe it didn't record very well. There's a lot of different elements involved. So anyway, yeah, facebook.com/IndieImpressions, and of course my Twitters, which are @RockLeeSmile and @IndieImpression. And if you guys don't know it by now, I always include all this information in the description, as well as the download link or, purchase follow-through link to the developer's site for every single game that I post on these, so you guys should always check the description for each video. There's always useful information in it, and of course I have that little several-sentence summary something or other description down there, so, you should always check those out. And that will wrap us up for today. Be sure to come back tomorrow, because I will continue to be posting consecutive, every single day, Indie Impressions videos for as long as I can. And hopefully you guys continue to enjoy them, and I will continue to make them as long as possible. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. And I will try and stop saying again so many times. Thank you. Good night.